The inspiration behind the avenue was born from this blank slate that this large assemblage in the heart of downtown Naples presented. It really sparked my imagination with the possibilities that could elevate this already vibrant, beautiful downtown. The avenue is a bold step forward while respecting everything that people already love about Naples.
But the big idea on this project is to bring all these activities internal, creating an internal alley, which we call the avenue, and fill it full of light, shadows, landscape, people, storefronts, outdoor dining, natural light, and the setting sun. All of that was taken into consideration to kind of create a jewel for downtown Naples.
We wanted to create a place that was like the center of the donut. We thought that this site really brought together different neighborhoods, and we wanted to create a place where people could congregate as well as live. In terms of community, we wanted to create a haven, and we thought that this was a nexus between two neighborhoods and that we could make a real positive statement with the building.
So the creation of the avenue, or the sort of central spine of the project, which really has become the heart of the project, was at first a sort of constraint of the project, and we took that as an opportunity and really created a sort of celebrated space with that service alley. So that idea of creating this little oasis in what's currently a parking lot was pivotal to the design from day one, and that kind of carried up into the residences as well.
If we think about the materials for the building, we really try to create a sense of a connection to humanity in a way that is reflected in the materials. So starting with a brick arch, and that unit is very tied to how buildings are built or constructed. And so we feel like that's a very poetic way to connect people to the structure. And then as you go up the building, that brick stone at the very base, then brick, and then that turns into plaster and then metal and wood. And so we're getting lighter as we go up the building, but also just makes the building feel like it's grounded, has a quality about it that I think resonates.
We were very inspired by the natural surroundings in Naples. I mean, there's some of the most beautiful beaches in the country in Naples. The sand is really white, the water is really blue. Sort of thinking about those things really helped us to start to get our sort of big ideas and our sort of concept for the project. And I think you really see when you're looking at the material trays and all laid out together for the project holistically, both exterior and interior, I think you can really see that connection to the natural environment. And these units are particularly special because they have a lot of outdoor space and big, beautiful windows that are connecting the interiors to the outdoors. So I think part of that experience of walking into these units is those sort of visual connection to the outdoors and being able to see right through. We also had a really spectacular collaboration experience with Boffy for the kitchens. Their quality is unmatched worldwide for the product that they are able to produce, and what we were able to execute in these units is extremely impressive.
Everything that was done and designed was intentional. And you can see that from the exterior elevations where each building has its own character and design. The really interesting thing about this development is that it is right in the heart of downtown, a downtown that is really truly a world-class destination.
Nobody has taken an in-town location close to the beach, walk to everything, and be responsible for 75,000 square feet of retail space and killed it with the right architects, the right designers on curating everything. There is nothing that the Avenue doesn't offer.
So the location, the design, the architecture, the materials, the retail, the co-tenancy, all of these elements really bring this together, and the sum of those parts is what creates this legacy project. Naples is already a premier destination. The Avenue reflects its continued evolution. This is the next chapter in its story, which will bring the coastal and urban living together.